Oh, Dolby Atmos is still junk. Heaving piece of junk. I've not used it in months. Oh, yeah. The words. Everyone keeps saying about Dolby Atmos is that on audio, the science review person said it's artificial. Well, of course, it's artificial. It's fabricated. All sound mixes are artificial. They're all fabrications. They're not real. They're only recordings of mixing and such to create some approximation. It can't never be like reality. It's impossible. You know, even if you wear headphones, it doesn't sound like reality. Still, it still sounds like manufactured fabrication. I mean, it's decent in some ways, but it's never going to be the real thing. It's not possible. I've been doing some other tests and such, and like thinking, how to get sound in positions like where speakers being near you will just be intimidating. You don't want speakers like near you or in front of you. So like then you wouldn't be able to see the bloody screen because you can't have a sound that's up front and then bring it near you. Like whispering in your ear. You know, you can't do that. The whole bloody audience can hear the damn whisper, can't they? What's the fucking point of a whisper effect? You couldn't even do it on any of the speakers in the system because it's going to be audible. It's going to spread out. Everyone's going to hear it, depending on their hearing range, if it's not completely knackered. And whispers can be, all sorts of dynamic ranges, when, you go up close and you try to verbalize carefully the whisper so that you can understand. Yeah, so I've been doing other things. This is an interesting one. Not quite like that, but I can't feel the air going. If I do it slowly, I notice a kind of pressure change. But this, do it that way, or I need a what's it, don't I? I need a. I need something. I can mess around with and then give me ideas. Yeah, I'm going to grab something. Oh, well, I could use one of these. Yeah. Just take. Yeah. Use one of these cases. I was going to grab something else, but. Currently got Star Trek the Motion Picture theatrical release mix on DVD-RW because it's taken from the Laserdisc. That cools me down, you see, but now I'm hearing flapping of the. I'm still hearing a little bit of the flapping of the case. It's a little bit different when I do it with my hand because, bloody wears me out, trying to do all this psychoacoustics. I'll probably come back to the case later on. Just like running repeat. I mean, this is a pretty decent mix, is the way it goes. It's pretty state of the art. Still works. I mean, it would if they had better channel capability back in, say, the 1970s. Yeah, but does everybody remember when Blu-ray came out, or with HDVD, and they were saying, "Oh, we're going to have a 16 the disc format can go up to 16 channels." That never happened, did it? That never sort of happened. Well, maybe Atmos, but that's a different sort of thing. But um, you know, this nonsense with Atmos, seems like it's a very sort of jealous sort of thing with hearing about some titles have this locking on it. So, your receiver processor can only retrieve so much. Yeah, providing it's good quality, mind you. uh, um, yeah, but 16 channel. Yeah, 16. And yet you look at some of the standard, well, Dolby CP 850 as it comes um, out of the box. It's 16 channel, or has capability to go up 16 channel. And then you add the extender on it to retrieve all the other channels, sounds, whatever, up to 32, or add another one and then go up to 64, and then I don't know, can you add another one that go up a little bit more? But it's just still the same crap in it. Speakers just going around the bloody sides and the bloody room, for crying out loud. That's not immersive or enveloping sound. That's just repeating the same thing over and over. Yeah, where's the, like underneath in the floor, maybe, and maybe better ones on the bloody ceiling, because as the general layout for it is, it's rubbish. It's flawed. I can spot errors in it, and it's just like, why has it got gaps in the bloody sound field? I don't want to listen to gaps in the sound field. They say it's an immersive, bullshitting, hear and feel every bloody dimension. Load of bollocks. So, like, it's getting sounds that are, well, let's say, put speakers, floor, ceiling, cluster arrays, so that you can sort of like beam sounds, um, phantom it and fade it, or balance the level down, so it's like it appears like it's, but it's still going to be heard over that way and over this way, but because it's coming from a speaker, isn't it? It's nothing, it's not like I use one of those speaker things where it's a technology where it can literally beam um, to this ear and that ear with individual music or individual sound or sine wave tone. As we perceive sound in the real world, sometimes it's distant, away from us. If someone comes up and approaches you and has a conversation, then the sound is up close. It's not Say, all right, go a bit further away, but then you got to raise your voice, and then everybody's going to hear it, aren't they? Especially in a noisy environment where the noise floor is pretty loud. Uh, yeah, I just give up with Atmos. As far as I'm concerned, Atmos is a 15-year-old flawed sound system. I mean, all this bullshit with different AVRs got two speaker overhead or four or six or a little bit more. If it's a processor, then it's a little bit, and then it can be a little bit more. But are you going to hear some good quality or are you going to hear lousy quality? Because you go out in the real world, yeah. Do you hear sound that's overhead all the time? No. Even though there's atmospheric sound that's from the ground, if you put your ear down to the bloody ground surface, you can still hear this kind of like atmospheric uh, vehicle sound that's from many distance away. And then you raise yourself up a little bit off the ground, so you still hear that uniform sound, and you go a little bit more higher, you still hear that uniform sound. Get up on a bloody ladder, whoa, you still hear that bloody uniform sound that's coming from street traffic vehicles quite a bit of distance away. Or sometimes they might be coming near you, and then you hear a different sound. But do you hear rain coming down on you overhead? No, because that's bouncing and reflecting on fucking buildings and any bloody object that's out there in this bloody plane or down here. It's random. Bloody sound mixers, oh, they're bloody useless. They think they're the gods of bloody sound, but they're not. They're just like you and me. They're just like I could get a chimpanzee to train it and bloody use a bloody mix console. Yeah, just don't care for rubbish Atmos. I mean, who says the speakers have got to be on the ceiling? Huh? They put them on the top of other speakers and bounce house the bloody shit onto a reflective ceiling. You ain't gonna hear much coming down to your position. You can you can mess with bloody sine wave tones or actual or pink noise. And from what I can tell, you're only going to notice high frequencies. But that's going to be like, are you going to really notice that? Because don't forget the rest of the loudness and whatever else is going on in the room with you know, the speakers. They're not just going like pointing sound directly at you. That's total horseshit. They're spreading out in all directions. If a tweeter or has a certain frequency range. If it's a HF horn, that's going to have a different frequency range, and still the vertical off axis will still be going at some frequencies will be going up to the ceiling, reflecting. You wouldn't be able to tell. It'd be a complete fucking mess. Just like when you have it set up and you think, well, I can hear these individual sounds going on, blah, 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 overhead, and the rest of it around everywhere else is completely different. But if there's too much loudness or whatever on this level, Your ears are just going to register, your ears and or your mind is going to register a masking effect. And it's like, well, you look at the mix levels, what's going on the mix levels, and you can see like the bloody. I could put. Well, I don't really care to because, like I say, I haven't played Atmos in months, and I could put on something like that crappy, overrated movie, Mad Max, Road Rage, whatever the fuck it's called, and then show you the fucking mix and show you the mix levels are absolutely fucking appalling. It's like you got to fucking lower all the other channels down just so you can bloody hear it. Mm. Yeah, so I'm not putting any Atmos on. I just run Dolby Stereo now. It's a lot easier, it's a lot basic, and less bloody distracting. I couldn't really care for Gravity much anymore, and Gravity, it's not even on my top number 10 list. You know, after a while, it's like, it's like you have a friend, and after a while, you get pissed off with them, and you just don't want to know them anymore. And it's just like Gravity. I just don't want to know about it anymore. I've heard it more bloody times than most people have had hot dinners. But it hasn't got anything special about it. It's nothing special about that mix. All right, daring to do dialogue panning makes it seem kind of realistic, but and other sound that's going on in the background that's moving. I just try to sort of like listen to some Dolby Stereo and think how to make it a little bit better. Don't want it Atmos. Oh my goodness. Fucking hell. I'll tell you, some of these mixers, bloody hell, where on one of these movies, that crappy movie called Fury with the bloody tank. Fucking hell. Has anyone listened carefully to that mix? It is terrible. You listen to the side surrounds and this stupid bloody overhead speakers, and then suddenly it sounds like someone's hit the mute button. A sound effect was suddenly there, and then suddenly, boom, hit the mute button, it disappears. Huh? What? Or the fader slider is so abruptly pulled down so fast. And I'm thinking, what the fuck am I fucking listening to? I don't hear that shit in other Dolby Stereo mixes. The mute button suddenly been fucking hit, or the fucking fader slider been fucking pulled down so fucking abruptly. God, amateur. It's supposed to be fucking seamless, so it seems like it's part of reality. But it's not. It's bullshit. It's all complete fabrication. But fucking hell, Fury. Oh, it's no wonder it ended up in the cat litter. I couldn't care less with a tank rumble and all that. Doesn't even feel like a fucking tank. If you're sat in the bloody turret of a fucking tank, I sat in a fucking tank at what they call Bovington Tank Museum many years ago. And then you look at the outside of the vehicle and how it's constructed. And you're supposed to feel tracks like immersion, envelopment, like being fucking there, virtual reality. Those tracks are moving, and then there's all sorts of gravel surface and or ground surface, and the way the vibration and the tracks would have a certain because they're just large pieces of steel, I think, and they just fold over, boom, 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 boom. there's just not enough channels on this Atmos crap to say, like, dubbing stages would have to be completely bloody revamped, cinemas revamped to a degree. Not every one is going to be putting in, like, mm, mm. And then of course the home, and the home can be very problematic because of the limitation in the space of the room. A cinema auditorium has got a little bit more room to play with, and then you just got to figure out how to do it. All these crappy movies with car chases and that doesn't sound like doesn't sound or even feel like a fucking car chase. It's fucking rubbish. Doesn't feel like I'm inside a vehicle. There's no immersion. Fucking hell. What's going on in the back? Fucking hell. Or anywhere else. It's just like, it seems more the sound mixing or whatever is up bloody front. Huh? You want to know what it feels like when you're chasing bank robbers? I've been in a hot fucking pursuit with fucking guns being fired at me fucking decades ago. What the fuck was I thinking? Dad, the post office is getting robbed. Over there, the bus is boxing the post office van in. And as they say, the bus driver said that one of the gunmen pointed a shotgun at him and told him to move the fucking thing or he'd blow his head off. Bus moves, postman comes out, goes down a road on the right, goes down, so halfway where the crooks are unloading nearly, what was it, probably 100 grand in cash. Fucking hell. And they even left a few bags on the fucking road. Oh, if anyone gone by and just picked that bag up, looking, fucking hell, it's my lucky day. It's a fucking national lottery. Yeah, we just casually went past them. They didn't even, they were calm. Know what I mean? And we just waited for them to just drive down in their Ford Sierra. go past, yeah, we're on this side and they go past that way. They come up to the next junction, turn right, go down, coming up to another junction, and it was just then, what the fuck was my dad thinking? He accelerated and then slammed in the back of the vehicle. And you know what it feels like when you hit a fucking vehicle? Fucking hell, it's like boom. You go fucking forward, and it's not like the fucking shit you hear in movies, which is a little bit exaggerated in all the crashing and smashing. Oh no, total horseshit. And then it was like there were four, two in the front, two in the rear back, and the two in the rear back turned this way and looked back, thinking, "What the fuck?" And then the driver floored it. And then we were in hot pursuit going anywhere from 50, 60, 70 mile an hour round curved roads because you can't go too fast. Otherwise, you'll try and turn too hard, fast speed. You'll probably flip the car over. Yeah, and it was gunshots then being fucking fired. Fucking hell. Yeah. They don't sound like that shit in movies either. Just little pop sounds, little high pop sounds. Not boom, boom, boom. What a load of horse shit that is in movies. Honestly, God, really. You feel everything. The inertia of the vehicle going around corners. You get fucking running this way, and you feel all that motion. Fucking Atmos movies. Do they do any of that shit? No. Waste of time when I listen to that crap. Yeah, that Ford versus Ferrari. What a load of rubbish that movie is. Terrible rubbish sound mixing. No wonder that ended up in the cat litter as well. Didn't sound like being in a vehicle or feel like being in a vehicle. It's a load of horse shit, fucking other noise and stupid blaring music. What the fuck? You don't hear fucking music blaring. That's just used for dramatic purpose. You don't hear music blaring at you when you're in racing vehicles. You're listening on headphones to the team giving updates and all this or whatever, and giving communication. That's all it is. Not fucking music blaring. When they do a fucking movie, where it doesn't have a stupid fucking music score blaring in your ears. Because, what's the point of the sound? Huh? Atmos, Dolby Labs, they're a waste of time. You gotta have speaker system, so the room is a fucking sound system. It's still like a mystery to the High Wycombe. Still a fucking mystery, that one. Because that was a THX sound system. And that sounded fucking far better than fucking crappy Atmos. And that's over 30 years ago. That's just a little over 30. It's getting on almost just a little over 30 years. Over 30 years ago. All this sound immersion, envelopment and shit has existed since the dawn of time. Just no one of us were around back then, apart from our ancestors. If they could give a hoot about it. Or you think of dinosaurs and such, and their instincts and so forth, and I look at the credits on the Star Trek the motion picture for the sound credits, and there's quite a bit of a team, and you get some crappy Top Gun Maverick with crappy Tom Cruise, and it's like, fucking hell, what a fucking mess that fucking mix was. I don't know how they rig it at the Academy Awards, but it is really shameless. The most Academy members must be bloody hard of hearing. Because you listen to all this crap, in the cinema. That's if you can even hear that shit in the cinema. And I still think the whole bloody thing is just a little bit wrong. The speakers, being at a certain height, because of, it's got to play back for, say, maybe Dolby Digital. I don't think they're going to be playing Dolby Stereo in the bloody cinema today. Not with the processors they got. You're not getting the actual kind of flashback thing. You think you are, but you're not. Whole characteristic signature thing, the sound of it is, wow. Oh my cat Mel. She wants some petting. Oh, cat alert! Cat alert! Cat alert! She wants a little. She wants a little petting. Oh. Oh, bloody hell! What is this fucking rack sticking out so fucking much? What the fuck? Fucking hell! I can see it leaning over by about 15 degrees or something. Fuck's sake! Melanie, come on! Psst, psst, psst. Come on! Don't you try anything funny. I don't try anything funny. Oh. Oh. You meow a lot, you do. You do, you meow a lot. Yeah, you meow a lot. No, you can't run around this room now. Oh, yeah, you're casing it over, aren't you? You're checking it over, aren't you? You think, oh, yeah, I want to try that. Oh, yeah, I want to go up there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, getting a little bit anxious, aren't we? Oh, oh no. Hey, getting a little anxious. All right, what are you meowing at? You tell me, what are you meowing at? Do it all the time, don't you? You meow, meow. Oh, you're getting a little bit fidgety there. Come on, girl. Oh, come on, girl. Oh, yeah, little pain, girl, right? Ugh. I can't think of any more ways to literally roast Dolby Labs and their Atmos. I can't really think of many more ways to roast it. Other than it's just pure garbage trash. I think Dolby Labs have got probably the greatest minds on the face of the planet. It really kind of like, I don't know, jumped the gun too fast. All they're doing with their stupid, crappy garbage Atmos is just extending on top of Dolby Digital a little bit. Yeah, some mixes in Dolby Digital sometimes are okay, but even some I've noticed sound flawed in the mixing, like Batman Returns. That's not perfect. That's pretty rubbish as it goes. Batman Returns. Everyone thought it was the hot shit back in the day, and probably still think it is. But you listen to it carefully. That's if you've got a decent home theatre. There's not many people that got decent, and so you can monitor. Because I've always been anxious to monitor things. Most other people with home theatres couldn't care less, you know. And then they say, oh, I got terrible. I can't hear the dialogue. What do you mean you can't hear the dialogue? Bloody hell. Most people think, oh dear, there's so much misleading about how, the way things are mixed. The LCR are discrete, meaning the mixing, the music, sound effects, or dialogue, you compare that between Pro Logic, discrete, you listen to the differences, like, oh gosh, it's got like 100% isolation. There's hardly any crosstalk, unless depending on the mix, where you listen, you listen, you listen. And it's not just dialogue in the center. That's a load of horse shit. It could be directional. It could be dialogue panning shit all going on all the time to make it seem like realistic-ish to a degree. Yeah. But if it was done with parallel speakers, ceiling and floor, so you can move a pan sound off screen and have it come literally from the front and then come over down the middle, or then slightly go diagonal. So a listening audience will hear, if you're sat in the front and you would hear it, and then you'd hear it move behind, and you know, uh, before it pans too far over and then appears on, well, can't just appear on the regular speakers that are mounted on the side walls, because that doesn't work. Doesn't work. It just, the sound would go kind of like this position, and it will sort of go upward, and it wouldn't make sense depending on what you're seeing that's going on screen. You gotta have more speakers clustered in the wall, and the walls literally, so it can phantom an image and move it around, and then other sounds going on below it discreetly, footsteps or such, depending on the scene. A cinema is going to be very dry or very acoustically treated, so you don't want echoes going on. The echoes are created in the mix to create an illusion. But yeah, be very complicated. Kind of almost like a poor man's holographic sound. But Atmos, as it is no bloody holographic sound system. It's not Star Trek fucking holodeck shit. It's far from that. It is disappointing. Damn, these SASs are vibrating the blimmin' seat, resonating the damn seat. Is there any way I can sort of like dampen that down a bit? Maybe if I took the no, that might be another problem there, but I think it's better with acoustical speakers rather than a bass shaker running at full range. I've got them set at a different range at the moment, sort of 6 dB roll off at 100 hertz. I can turn it off because I'm flexible. I just got to go around the seat and sort of like tighten things down a bit so you get the sound, you get the vibration still in the surround signal. Um, but that's not the tip of the iceberg yet. It's not even the tip. I need to perfect it just a little bit more. But what's going to be. I couldn't have a device that's say, oh, I don't want any of this fucking AI shit. I can tell you that straight. And even if they say, "Oh yeah, we got an AI," no, I'm not interested in being fucking seduced to having that shit in my home. But it's got to be done the conventional way, where it's done, you know. Otherwise, I think it won't be too long until studios are literally using all this AI shit, and then these mixers will be probably pumped out even more faster. Oh crap! You know what they say: garbage mixed, garbaged out. These that sound mixer guy. Sound mixer guys. They're just rubbish. Hmm. Hmm. Like in this movie, I can see where all these elements of visuals are moving. All these visual effect images, and then something coming from below, and then surrounding or uniformly covering him with, so yeah, you want something that's sounding like it's coming from below and move, and individually little things like moving, sounds that are like sparkles and bubble of carbonated sparkles or sort of bubbling and whatever, Mm. And then you create something that's circular going around. Well, you can't really get near to that. It's not possible. Maybe if the image moved off screen and moved, and then happened in a certain um, location, because I think the scale of the sound has also got to match um, the size of the image. So if something comes off screen and it's in the middle and it's got some, you might hear it behind you and turn around and you get this, and something that's kind of moving around in a circle, phantomed. It's kind of, you know, but maybe not phantom mono, but maybe phantom multi stereo. Yeah, I want to be, we're bored. Well, I think most other people are. They don't look very happy. They got all that home theatre, $1 million home theatres, and they don't look very happy to me. See, everything we do, shuffling. I do that. I hear that behind me. I hear it literally behind on this, and I hear this fabric t-shirt rubbing against this behind me, not in front, not on the side of my ears, but behind, because it is my back is behind, laying onto the back of the seat. You hear all this shit in movies, and it's like if you hear it at the front, yeah, it'd be just like if I'm doing this and I had myself cloned and was standing in front, looking in, standing about this distant away. Yeah, I'd hear the sound, and I'd hear it shifting, moving realistically. Not like in these crappy movies, like it sounds like fucking mono. I would hear it kind of shifting in a narrow range in stereo. When you hear these fucking movies, it's like fucking hell. It's like you got close-ups and shit, and they're sat in seats and all that, and they move around all that. It sounds artificial. It sounds like plastic. It's got no fucking life to the fucking thing. No acoustical life to it. You can't have a USS Enterprise the way it is, and it's rumble sound and whatever. You think rumble sound? Fucking hell! In space? Are you kidding me? That's why space is boring. That's why NASA and Moon and shit or whatever that fucking. I'm not been really following it. I don't really care, but you know, space, real space. No, it's boring. It's probably like 2001. Why it's so slow. If it had Star Wars sound effects, oh yeah, it'd be a lot more exciting. But no, it's just like reality. Sometimes our day to day, whatever it is we do, can be fucking boring. And it's like, oh, I want a little adventure. Well, maybe you can have a little adventure. It's easy. It's just do a little exercise, get yourself worn out. Unless you're already completely worn out, have a meal, go to the toilet, have a little wash, go to bed, and try and see if you can get into a dream mode. And you think you'd be transported somewhere far better than Dolby Atmos, far better than Dolby Vision, far better than your home theater. And it'd be like, wow, that was brilliant. But it's not always guaranteed you're going to have a dream. We lock ourselves in these rooms, put something on to transport to wherever. I don't like horror movies or any of that garbage trash. I'm really slowing down on violent movies like Die Hard and shit. And even Die Hard, even though given its theatrical mix, it's not 100% perfect. It's a little bit sounding weird in certain places, like where he runs up to the bloody roof, and then you hear the door, the exit door closing, and it sounds up here on the left. It should be down here on the right. All the other some sound effects where you see opening things and climbing through it or closing it, and you hear it closing over in the correct position. But all the shoot the glass and the machine gun firing, that sounds very bizarre. It's like all the machine gun mostly is all like bang 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 on the bloody right channel, little bits in the center sometimes, different on the left channel. It just sounds weird. It's not perfect. It's probably why it lost an Academy Award for sound editing and sound, or I don't know if it was sound, but it lost. And I don't know what the fucking mixers must be thinking when they were mixing, because they're the ones with their bloody hands all over the bloody console, all the sound editors creating the sound effects for for the dub stage, and it's like, fucking hell, it's just fucking weird, you know. I don't think it needs a remix because, uh, I don't know. As it goes, it's uh, yeah. It's not a fucking. Certainly, it's not a fucking Christmas movie. That movie opened in the fucking summertime. If they wanted it to be a Christmas movie, they would have scheduled it for fucking December. And then Die Hard 2. That's not even a Christmas movie. That was that opened up in during the summertime, I believe. The same as and Die Hard 3. Oh, it's certainly not a fucking Christmas movie because it's not even though a few Christmas dialogue references are spoken, it's still not a fucking Christmas movie. You know, Christmas movie. You got to watch it like it. No, that's just some sort of ego thing for some crappy home theaters. Because I don't play that crap movie at December. It's often sometimes. Oh, I'll just stick Die Hard on. What was it? Stuck it on last week, didn't I? You know, that's so it's summertime. Yeah. Hmm. It's like saying, "Is Jaws a fucking summertime movie?" Well, it opened during the summer, I believe. Opened during the summer. I don't think it's a summertime movie. Fucking hell. Or Halloween. I don't even play that garbage trash movie anymore. I think it's so bloody overrated. I've seen it so many fucking times. It becomes fucking, it doesn't even scare me that much anymore. Oh dear. Yeah, I was going to I was going to rig some microphones up on the other mixer because I can't be asked to rig it up on the main audio mixer. I was going to do an experiment test because I did a basic one last week. Interesting result. Interesting result. One microphone on the floor, one microphone placed as high up near to the ceiling as it would go. Interesting result I was looking at. Most people can't do that in their home theatre. They just got a single microphone. Oh dear, we've got to do something about that. I tell you, we've got to do something about that. So how are you supposed to do bloody acoustical bloody science if you haven't got multiple microphones? I tell you, I like the interesting thing is called the cunt. What's it called? What's it called? That thing. The cunt. KUNDT. Sorry, KUNDT. So it's like if you remove the D and put a C there, and in it would sound like, yeah, pretty funny. But no, it's an experiment. I saw one many years ago. I thought, that's interesting. The way sound is resonating through a speaker in a tube with very small particles of styrofoam, and it just creates all this wave patterns, shapes. Interesting with sine wave tones. I'm not sure if the sine wave is being oscillated. I think it might be, and you just get these interesting waveforms, and think, that's interesting. Hmm, it's given me an idea. Always something out there gives you an idea. Hmm. Oh gosh. Oh, for crying, fuck me. I thought it was fucking 10 o'clock in the evening. It's fucking. It's gone. It's past midnight. Oh, I'm not going to stay up too fucking long. Fucking last week, fucking staying up almost close to 24 hours, because I wake up, I'm laying in bed, so I'm awake. It's not like I'm laying over one side and I'm trying to recuperate and energize my body, because I got very limited energy moving around. When I start moving around and shit, it's like I get something just pulling the rest of the energy out of me. Oh fuck it, I'm sick of it. Fucking hell, I was up almost fucking 24 hours. Fucking hell. That's not good in my condition, because that could land me in fucking hospital. But sat and relaxed. But yeah, but there's only so much you can do. I mean, that was it Japanese girl several years ago. That's so much into the gaming, and it killed her. Fucking hell, she overdid it, staying up too long. Probably, I don't know. Probably not. I don't know. I don't know. It's what something says that what was the likely cause. Maybe she was drinking loads of energy drinks, or and that's pumping you up with, I don't know, something bad, and you could probably have a cardiac. You probably go in the cardiac. I mean, I've stayed up very long hours one time, 4 days without any bloody sleep. I was fucking shit, fucking hammered, knackered after that. I slept quite easily for a day or so, but what was the point and logic to it? When we sleep, it's like we're not guaranteed we're going to have a dream. And I'm looking at some of the what I've been eating, maybe thinking, is it possible something here that's been manifesting a dream? I ain't had any. Well, I've had these pasty things. They say they're like cheese onion. Hmm. Maybe I'm getting a manifestation from that. I've got cheese in the fridge, but I think it might look a little bit like Stilton cheese at the moment, so I probably don't want to touch it and probably throw it out. Uh, it's always easier just to get some other cheese, you know. But it's like, am I in a mood or a phase for cheese on toast or regular cheese or tomato sandwiches, or cheese and cucumber and tomato sandwich, or just raw cheese on its own? Just eat raw cheese on its own and think, I want to have a dream. I want to have a dream this week. But it's not guaranteed it's going to work or happen. Sometimes, you know, you're just piling on the calories and you're not getting a quality dream. Just like you buy all this Atmos UHD garbage trash for the home crappy theatres, you know, in America, you know, everyone buying these crappy, or in the UK, buying all these crappy movies, going out hunting for crappy movies just so they can, you know, have an unbelievable fucking crap collection. And, you know, it's like, Laserdisc, fucking, I'm sick of it. I'm fucking sick of that fucking format. It's just got too many fucking titles. I don't know where to fucking put the damn things. So it's just like stacking up fucking calories, and I don't know where to put the fucking out. And yet you think, let me put this media shit on a diet. So I take that weight and condense it down to something that's in a smaller box. No, I don't want a fucking Kaleidoscope or a fucking Net fucking Flick or a fucking Amazon Prime or a fucking um, that's about. I think that's all there is. Or fucking YouTube. Does YouTube do Dolby Digital on their fucking movie content, or is it fucking just Dolby Stereo? Um, because if it's going to be, you know, then I expect it to be, you know, discrete digital. But, well, of course it's digital, but is it 6 channel or is it just fucking 424 matrix? Unless, of course, the whole thing itself was purposely mixed 424. I think I think also the position on these things on the back of the seat. Maybe if I'd have placed it, I don't know, a little bit lower, but it's trial and error. It's trial and error, you know. You know, is it going to resonate or rattle the bloody seat if it was placed lower down? If it was a wooden seat, a sofa, such of wooden frame, it's going to be very minimal rattle, buzzing noises on that material. And you get a little bit more to experiment with one of those, because you look at the inside or how it's designed, and you think, well, you could place one here and here and here. Don't get it to rattle or vibrate too much or overdo it. But to give another sound, so it's like stereo or Pro Logic in the sofa. So someone over this side could hear something moving there, and that person there would hear that sound shift, or make it. Hmm. Look, boom, 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 boom. Hmm. 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 Oh, that's nice. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll just I'm just here to rant and piss people off. I don't give a hoot because I'm already pissed off with all this crap, and everyone else seemed to be like bloody immune. Like, I'm not bothered. What? So you don't you don't mind being ripped off? Because that's what it is. That's what Dolby Labs are doing, ripping people off. They're ripping. In fact, they're ripping themselves off with their bullshit. I bet Dolby Labs vote for Donald Trump. What were you meowing at again? Wait a minute, what is she meowing at? I have to do a rattle test on the frequency sweep. Not the frequency sweep. Manual sine wave. I don't know what she's meowing at. Her cats can see spirits, or they can see. Maybe she's trying to alert me about something, or she's just instinctively very smart and just wants unconditional cuddles and I give her some, but then she's just casing this room out, and then she only has to jump and slip out, and then I'm going to be chasing her around the room, and then she's going to start jumping up on the bloody acoustical treatment and ripping it down and shit. Um, hmm, I gotta say, she's like this other cat I've seen. He's a male tuxedo, and he's got such a meow vocabulary. It's unbelievable. I think I've got to get asked this lady to see if I can hook my cat up with her cat. Um, yeah. Wow, 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 wow. Go and have some dry food. Oh, fuck. That was loud. That's probably about 100 dB, that. Oh, here comes another one, I think. Oh, it's tickling this side there a little bit. Oh, 100 decibel, that. Almost probably under 80, was it under 8? I think it's about under 80 mile an hour, isn't it? So, yeah, You could be sat in a seat and go from 0 to 80 in just a 1 point, well, 1.1 second, 1.5 of a second, yeah. And then you come to a full stop. You don't feel, you do notice maybe some sort of inertia, but it's subtle. Yeah, so I move around the seat, it squeaks. It's just like, don't know how about sell the seats and get some new rocker seats. They got other rocker seats that are pretty comfortable. Not just like these, nothing I'm complaining about. Or I just probably need to strip the seat down and give it a makeover. Oh gosh, she's meowing real too close. Oh gosh. Give her some catnip. Let's give her some catnip to mellow her down. I think she can hear me moving. Yeah, she's stopped now meowing. She's clever. She's not stupid. She's not a stupid cat. Are you, Mel? You're more intelligent than these people with their home theatres. Oh. We call it home cinema in the UK. But some people still call it home theatre. Yeah, that reverberation or that bass kick there or that bass frequency there. Meow. All right. What do you want? Want some dry food? You got dry food in the bowl. Go and eat some dry food. Yeah, I've got. Maybe if I can AI or clone myself, and I can just rant about this fucking roast atmos 24/7. Because I loathe it. I just loathe that Dolby Labs Atmos. I loathe it. Meow, 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 meow. Gosh, you like that cat? Oh, crikey. Is it an animated? Is it in some sort of animation? Meow. My goodness, girl. I'm relaxing, Melanie. Melanie, I'm relaxing, little girl. Come on. Go and chant to Bear. Go and meow chanting to him, because that's all she's doing, chanting. It's nice to hear a cat, that meows a lot. Yeah, she's just like me. Yeah. She'll do that for maybe half hour, and then settle down. It's like she's been locked, locked out of the room. Now I'm gonna grab her. I'm gonna grab her and give her a petting again. Oh gosh. Oh, man. Oh, oh, yeah, all right. Give you a petting again. All right. Come away from the door. Come on, come on. You're not jumping in through the gap. Give you another petting. All right. What do you think of Dolby Atmos, Melanie? Do you think it's garbage trash? You think Dolby Atmos should go in the cat litter? Hey. Just settle down. Yeah, you don't settle down because you're all hyper, aren't you, girl? You're hyper. You want to run around this room. Mm-hmm. Oh. 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 There you go. There you go. There you go. Meow. Meow, meow. You don't meow now, do you? Ah. Quiet now, aren't you? Oh. You don't settle down on the lap. You're not like Sooty or Magic. Give you a little ear up. Yeah, there you go. Little massage there, hey? So you can't quite get there, can you, easily? A little scratch by there, a little more, a little massage there. There you go. One nose rub. There you go. Ooh. Little rub there. Oh, yeah. Your nose must be itching. Oh, what's that, Mel? What's that, Melanie? Oh, you hear that over there? That rattling? Mm-hmm. You getting exhausted? No? No? Okay. Ah, there you go. There you go. Oh, oh, okay. Trying to leap out there, aren't you, girl? About a minute or so, she's going to be meowing. Ooh. Yeah, she does it. She does it all the time. Sometimes goes in other places and chanting for about 15 minutes or so. But she's mellowing. She's mellowing. Mm. Mm. So I was thinking of using this. So yeah, is this the 8-channel one? Yeah. So we're using the 8-channel. You got gain, bass, treble, controller. Little 4-channel mixer's got what's that got on it? Because it's got low pass filters, bass, mid, and treble range. So I might use something like Prom, maybe. Actually, oh yeah, the microphone when it's going up to C, it's got to be. That's the tricky thing. So even if it's still on the what do you call it? This position, but up close to the ceilings, I can't get it aimed downward. Otherwise, defeat the purpose of the microphone's going to be a few inches down. I want it near close to the ceiling, and then one I'm laying on the floor, and then look at the frequencies, see what the response is like, and then put more across. If I decide to connect up the other mixer and then put a few more in certain places across the top of the ceiling and below on the floor, and others that are just in between. Difficult to put that through a mixer. Look at it on the RTA response with, but I'll pick up the idea. It's like then, back to the same dilemma. Do I EQ that or do I leave it alone? uh, doesn't matter about EQ, I think. I think it matters. Yeah. I mean, it's not like, for example, you got a load of, you got a few people moving around a room and talking, and they're moving around. You can't equalize their voices. It's going to be what it is. So yeah, yeah. Um, so when you get these artificial sound pans that are gravity and they're going from speaker to speaker to speaker to speaker to speaker to speaker and speaker over whatever, they're supposed to have the more or less the same tonal frequency response. You know, it can't go from say the front going like well, I think we should be doing this. We think we should be doing this. I think we should be doing this, and then pans over. I think we should be doing this. I think we should. No, I think we should be. You know, it can't have. It's a bit difficult to put a top end on it. Um, you know, so it's like, oh gosh, you know, it's going to sound out of place. But that's just, you just look at it and think, oh, it's just a few frequency bands just to adjust, and then oh, it sounds. But does it? Does it? Because the stage channels are a certain bass cab, and it's a different volume box, and so you got, but you still got this range that's similar when it goes to the surrounds, because the vocal range or dialogue range is, you know, typical about 100 to about 8 kilohertz. So when it's moving, you know, the frequency range in the surround, the speakers for the surround is going to be, you know, it's just not going to go lower down to 40 or 30 hertz. Yeah. Unless it was an effect use, and it's going to go down really low, deep. Yeah. Oh, she's chanting and meowing again. My goodness me. Meow. Meow. Yeah. Damn, that vibrates. Just like a vehicle will vibrate. A car vehicle, depending on how it's serviced, it's going to make rattles or such. Oh. Is that the date here I can see? Oh, this water's good up till next year. Oh. How do they know that? Well, they got a time machine. You can't really back bass levels down and such. Try and solve it. Why is it rattling? What to use? What to minimise it? Stabilise it, so you still get the vibration, but less rattling of the seats and so forth. I don't think realistically these seats were designed for that sort of purpose. Other seats have got to be, designed, tested with these devices. Just turn the shade, turn the SAS off. No. It's interesting the way it's on the seat back, and I feel certain frequencies in the armrest, depending on what frequencies are traveling. It's interesting how much bass level could be on a crosstalk, that is. Sometimes it might be a hard panned mono matrix signal, or it might be a sort of a crosstalk. Oh, she's at the meow again. Well, I'm hitting the sack. Maybe I could do a. Maybe I could place the camera, a remote camera onto this. Yes, I can do that. I wonder if I could get a dongle one or wireless one. Because she'll go in her usual spot sometimes and probably do a chanting meowing for how many minutes, and I could get her on camera. I can get her on camera. Maybe if I look for a little night vision, maybe a remote wireless, remote battery powered camera with a night vision. Hmm. Or or place wireless microphones. Need to put it through some sort of an array. So it doesn't matter where the microphones are located, they still pick the sound up. Yeah, thing with wireless ones, you can just put them anywhere. Interesting. Yeah, it's interesting. Hoot, 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 hoot. Wow! Blimmin' heck. For a female cat, for a little female cat, he's sure got a bit of a loud meow meow. Yes, yes, my lady. Yes, your ladyship. Should call you Queen Melanie, Princess Melanie. Gosh, that's enough of the yogurt. Ugh. Ugh. Otherwise, it'd be like that movie, The Stuff. Yeah. Well, as long as it doesn't move around in the fridge, I'm not bothered. Ugh. Whoa. What's going on now? Whoa, you. Oh, I think I'll have a banana. Oh, like Planet of the Apes. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, yeah, I could play this chapter, these chapters over and over. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, that's the thing with the this energy, like looks like lightning. It's a similar. I think it's the same sound effect used in the final front, final, final. What's it called? Final Countdown movie. Yeah, it's the same sound effects with the lightning things. Bit, but it's only there's a lot more of it used in this. It sounds pretty neat in Dolby Stereo. Listening to the panning of it and the illusion that kind of makes you kind of do this with your head sometimes. Uh, um, or um, let me rephrase that. Makes you, hmm. Well, at least makes me. Don't know about you, but or it would make some look around like that, but not everyone because they think it's ridiculous. Don't you, Mel? I think it's ridiculous, ain't you? Oh, there's fuses. Oh my goodness me. I wonder what smallest speaker I could fit on the back of that seat. That behaves a little bit different, a little bit more. So I could think the top part of the seat, the top part, that had small like tweeters. So you only get a certain frequency range. One, it'd be close proximity, so you could probably just nudge it down a little bit on a crossover, so it'd just go down just maybe 1 kilohertz at the very least, or maybe 2 kilohertz at the very, very least. Which is not a lot because, what sound you kind of really hear through a tweeter. There's other rubber components. It'd be too bad if you could get something that is like a paint, but it would probably only emit a certain frequency range. So if it was like something that you could just have this special paint and you paint it a certain amount and then you attach some wires to it and then it becomes an electrical speaker, but only at a very limited frequency response. I'll have to Google that. That sounds. I wonder if something like that exists. Not that I've ever come across or noticed a speaker that is a paint, because speakers are just sort of electrical components, and it's having certain electrical materials or properties, and then you paint so much this square and neat or get a roller, I don't care which, put a template or something on the wall or masking tape and then paint the area so it's nice square or whatever, or maybe a circle, who knows. And then you put attach 2 wires to it, flat wires, attach, and then you get sound of a high frequency coming, but it probably have a very low resistance or sensitivity. That'd be interesting. Because there are some materials that are like I'm not sure. Is it ferrous? I think that's a cooling property, isn't it? Ferrofluid to used in some or most speakers as such to cool the voice coil. I think I got some ferrofluid. Because you could do other stuff with it, mess around with putting sine wave tones into it, and when you pour so much little of it into a little sample, little dish, little thing, sample thing, it kind of gives little bubbles, or it gives little weird patterns. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's audible I can't remember. It is ferrofluid. have to look on that. Might be something there. Might be something there I could use. I'm getting really tired now, so I'm going to bed on 3. Well, I could still keep this ranting. I'll just transport to the bed and relax, because I could still just getting exhausted now, sitting in a seat watching bloody the last bloody 20 minutes of Star Trek, the motion picture, for the past few hours. I'll probably come back to tomorrow, because I haven't played that movie for probably about half a year or so. Let's just turn it off now. 15 seconds to shut down, and then yeah. I think that's a little ground snag there. Off there. Yeah, I can turn that off. Water. Keys to more electrical. That's one of the keyboard to come up. I can't leave this bloody rack back any further. What the fuck's going on the way there? Let's have a look. Is it cast wheel? Or cables down there? Oh yeah, hang on. Yeah, I see it. Yeah. Cable in the way of that cast. Let's just go back just a little bit. Okay. We have transport. You see, you've got to watch the movie Tron, and if you see the way the animation works, and that's kind of like Phantom Star, parallel speaker sort of thing when they get transported on the grid with the light cycles. I got water. Yeah, I got water. Okay. Oh, turn the light off. Got a short memory like a cat. Okay. Oh, speak of the devil, there you are. Oh gosh. I don't know what it is. My legs look like they're getting pumped up a little bit. I'm getting that issue, am I? It settles down after a while. It's weird. Can't explain it. Oh, bloody hell. So I've still got a lot of sound on my mind. Far more than most people have got a home theatre that might cost millions of dollars. I'm way hyper ahead. It keeps me on the edge where I need to be. But life, that surrounds us with sound, it's just an illusion. Let me see. Yeah. Ferrofluid. Let me just do, what's it? Let's see. Ferrofluid, acoustical, electric. Ferrofluid. No, not pharaoh, like as in bloody Egyptian. Bloody hell, can't even bloody. Ferrofluid. Oh, for goodness gracious me. Yeah, it's coming up, yeah, but not pharaoh like fucking Egyptians. God's sakes, fucking. You gotta type it sometimes. But I see it there, pharaoh. Yeah, I've got some of this in the kitchen, in a cupboard somewhere, but I was going to use it for a project. Probably about 5-6 years ago, I think. It's probably useless now. If I don't know. I don't know how long it can stay as it is. You got to handle it. You got also it's you got to handle it very carefully. You can't get that shit all over your hands, and then you got to wash it. You got to wash your hands because it can be what's it? Otherwise, you'll end up in the bloody hospital. Let me see. There's somewhere on YouTube. There's a video. Ferrofluid. Oh, why have I got ferrofluid? It's one word, isn't it? Yeah. Hang on. Oh, that's interesting. Magnetic. Because that's it. Now I remember. It's magnetic. That's it. I only got a very small bottle of it, I think. But you could do some videos here. Mind-bending effect. Superconductor. There's all sorts of weird shaped patterns. When you look at it, it's like something out of the movie The Matrix. I can't remember if it generates sound. I can't remember. No, I'm not going to watch any of the videos. Yeah, just oh gosh, remind me, because that stuff is liquidy, and I don't think it's like you could. Well, what I'm thinking, I don't think that'll work. Oh, my cat Mel, she's so relaxed now. Even though I'm talking, she's relaxing. She's relaxing over there. Little kitty relaxing. Yeah. She's relaxing. On a 4K laser George Lucas whatever fucking player. Yeah. Don't break George Lucas again, Melanie. Fucking hell. Oh. Ferrofluid and oh my goodness gracious. Oh, no. I feel like turning the light off. Here we go, going to dark. Oh, not actually. A little bit of light from the laptop is illumination. Still get it's very difficult to do the light shadow effect. Unless of course I turn down the brightness on the laptop and yeah, go into shadow, and then only the glasses are partly illuminated. Bit like that. Oh, there we go. Kaleidoscope. That's it. And getting some kaleidoscope effect almost on the glasses. It's almost going into an infinity that I can vaguely see, but not very 100%. But yeah, it looks like an effect used in a movie. Yeah, yeah. But when you used to see those movie effects where you see the CRT screen illuminating the face, projected on the face. So, yeah, it's projection actually. It's not because CRTs can't do that. So create a visual effect. Yeah, just like when you use a laser. When you use a laser and you can project a square grid or whatever pattern and you project it onto your face, as long as you don't look directly into the axis of the where the laser light's coming, otherwise that would be harmful for your eyes. Um, hmm. Talk about knackered. I'm knackered. I'm just going to put this over here. All right. Okay. I'll mumble a little bit until I say that's it. Turn this off. Sorry. Oh dear. Oh boy. How many hours have I been up? Oh dear. Not sure how many hours I've been up. Oh God, what time did I wake up? I think it was about oh gosh. I had about 6 or 7 hours sleep. And I woke up, I think it was 4 o'clock. Yeah, a couple of hours, take my medication. And I think I had a little other sleep in between, probably only about an hour. So probably about very fluid. I'm going to doze off in a moment. I really am going to doze off. and then it'll be snoring. Okay, turn off now. That's it, I'm free.